Hello, Sunshine. Let's talk about TGAR, which stands for To Grow and Remember. He's a local rapper artist, born and raised in the Outer West, and it's a really funny story. So when I first spoke to him, it was after I got suggested one of his videos through the Instagram algorithm, and he is such a personal person and such a sweet person and such a person who's like personal person who likes to talk to people and get to know people, that he actually reached out to say hello and introduce himself. And I, at the time, thought he was a scam. After chatting for a little bit, realized he was actually just a great guy who was really, really friendly. And then we ended up meeting in person to do our very first interview. And since then, we did another interview where it was a deep dive into his debut album. His iconic sounds in his songs are a whipbird and the car kind of sound. He's a very unusual rapper in the sense that he does not like late nights. He is not about the scene, and he is very much about personal growth and also about positivity, change, and nature. He loves Australian nature. He has very, very high emotional intelligence and maturity for his age. He's very, very young compared to a lot of artists out there. He has been around for a while and has been pushing his music hard. This year has been particularly challenging for him. His latest release, Wet Gum, is kind of a reflection of that. And even then, he has put his head down and continued to work hard and push through, and things are finally starting to look up and kind of settle in. And I just hope that you guys will give him a shot and go and support him and listen to, hope you guys can go and support him and listen to his songs. One of my favorites is him and Breezy's Iced Tea, and him and another artist that did Create. That's another one of my favorite. I also like Fuck Country, along with um, and also Bare Minimum. Um, and you can tell by some of his slower songs, he has a huge, varied um, discography in terms of style, but all follow a very, very positive and reflective kind of theme. I did want to quickly jump on here and talk about his voice. I don't know how I missed it, but I was also struggling to kind of piece all of the information I want to talk about him together in one go. Um, but basically, I would describe Tiga's singing style. It's a very interesting and unique one in the sense that he's young and he's got that sort of like thuggy kind of character, that kind of street rapping kind of sound. So very iconically and very sort of like the usual type of rapping style. But then he very rarely has to slur or kind of talk about generic, like sexual, drug, kind of those kind of themes. And his voice is quite uniquely also, it has like a younger quality to it, but also kind of like a little coarseness, a little bit of maturity, but also like an explosive energy to it. Is kind of how I would describe it. It's also very, very adaptable to kind of doing more chill, laid back, and kind of like a little bit almost like if like fuggy rap songs meet lo-fi is kind of how I would describe it. So he has a very, very diverse range, as I previously mentioned. But yeah, I just wanted to get up here and kind of mention that if you have better ways to describe these kind of genres or like terms, let me know and educate me because I'm really trying to learn about this. I find it really, really interesting. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it. Please go and check out both interviews. One of them is the first time that I met him. We actually did a picnic at a park and I brought him a coffee as a thank you because I still don't have any funds. And then next time I did the same thing, obviously brought him a coffee and we did it at my apartment. And yeah, it's just it was really cool to talk about sort of something along content creation and trying to talk about setups and trying to record on our own devices, all the shenanigans with someone who is a little bit more fresh to it as well and understands like the difficulties and all that. Um, I don't know, I felt like it was the first content creation kind of friend I had made, but he was just so much more level headed and mature and head down in the game, and I think that's what inspires my attitude. So if you like my attitude, you'll definitely have to go support him, because I wouldn't be anywhere near this position if it's not for TGAR. All right, bye.